Hello everyone, it's time again for some recent vinyl finds. As you know, this was the weekend that was sort of the relapse weekend, and a lot of things kind of going on. It was sort of there was the relapse came before it, but the end of the weekend here was sort of the kind of what I had been anticipating for a little while. So there was a couple things going on. There was two big record kind of convention festival kind of things going on. The first one was I don't remember what exactly it was called, but usually there's a convention that it's kind of the big record convention where it's sort of, if you want to go and you want to drop $200 on that one record you've been looking for forever, you go and you go then. They charge you more if you go in an hour before it's open to the public. That's just not my scene, and I've actually have never gone to any of those just because it's like I've heard horror stories from it, and it's just not something that I really want to do. I don't want to be really banging shoulders with people over stuff like that. So anyhow, but the later on in the evening there was one that I do appreciate and I do love, and I love going to. It's the Pittsburgh Record Fest. I believe this was the fourth or fifth one. I can't remember offhand. And what it is there's sort of a dive bar. It's called the Pittsburgh's Best Dive Bar, I believe is what they refer to it. It's called Belvedere's. And they host Record Fest, which is sort of just kind of just a bunch of ragtag guys with crates of records, yours truly included, and just cheap beer. And they have DJs. They didn't have any bands this time, but they usually do about twice a year, usually in the fall and then also again in the spring. So from past Record Fests, we always kind of just set up, take a couple of crates. This is our second time that we've set up. Really didn't take any footage or anything like that, so I'm sorry I don't have anything really cool to show, but usually just take some records, and the way that I see it is just kind of break even on the night, sell some crappy records or stuff that I don't really want anymore, and just buy stuff that I do want, and with the money that I make. So it's an ingenious marketing scheme and business adventure, or whatever. Hi, Sam. Sam's over there on the couch. So
oh, hi.
She'll be doing her take on the whole thing. She's going to show the records that she bought. I'll show the records that I bought. It's a family affair. So I wanted to show you some of the records that I got previously to Record Fest. I haven't really had a time to upload any videos. Definitely with not doing a video every day, it seems like my life seems to be a little less hectic, and I miss it. I miss you guys. So I miss the comments and all that. But so these are just going to be some quick ones. This is going to be a long video, so saddle up, get yourself a beer, all that good stuff.
Go to the bathroom right now.
Go to the bathroom. Pause it. Go to the bathroom. Come back, because this is going to be a little while. So. Let's see, the first two I wanted to show you. This, of course, is the Ides of March vehicle. Ba 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 ba. I'm your vehicle, baby. So just really cool. I love this album. I have one of their other ones, but I had been looking for this for a long time. It's not really in the best shape, but records coming out of the bottom, whatnot. But we'll get her cleaned up, and the price was right on it. So the record was just really good shape. This one, there's a guy on here. His name's Barry. He subscribed to me. I'm subscribed to him. Was one of the first guys that I kind of had when I first had set up my channel. We had met each other through sort of a message board, and what we were doing was sort of just kind of posting sound clips on music that we liked and things like that. And I remember he posted a couple of tracks from this album. It's by a group called The Collage. This came out on Smash Records, which was a subsidiary of Mercury Records. I think the big one on here is called Looking at a Baby. But just really cool. This has a promo punch right through the friggin' middle of it. But anyhow, just really cool, kind of pop psych. Love it. So, as the Grecian Thunder would say. And these next three... Sam and I had checked out a documentary on Phil Oakes. I was kind of looking up stuff about the the Chicago, the Chicago 8, Chicago 7 kind of thing, and reading into it, and then they were talking about sort of footage from this was in this documentary about Phil Oakes. So I've just really kind of been going wild on Phil Oakes. I pretty much got, I think, just about everything. Just a few things I'm missing now, but I got the first one here. This is it's called Chords of Fame. Came out on the A&M label. Some of the stuff is actually from Elektra, which is really cool to kind of see that kind of the cross, the cross label sort of licensing, which is just a friggin' nightmare anymore. Well, then again, there's only like 4 different major labels, but kind of one of those things. If you're not a subsidiary of the other label, then you don't really, A&M and Elektra. Like, can't believe that actually happened, but that's really cool. Has some just his good stuff. Some stuff from the A&M, and of course like the I Ain't Marching Anymore, things like that. Here's one. This one is Phil Oakes' Pleasures of the Harbor. This came out in 1967, sort of right after his sort of, I guess his period, sort of his folk period, sort of came to an end. Just really, really far out stuff. Some great tracks on here. The Flower Lady, Outside of a Small Circle of Friends, which is just, the lyrics are just so bizarre. Of course, The Pleasures of the Harbor and The Crucifixion, just some great stuff. Crucifixion is about RFK, Robert F. Kennedy, so really cool. You like that one?
I haven't listened to that yet.
Some good stuff on there. And then this was just a kind of just a sealed copy reissue of I Ain't Marching Anymore, which I have this, and I have All the News That's Fit to Sing, which is his very first one on Elektra. I couldn't find a decent copy of this, so for $10 I figured, hey, what the heck, I'll just go for the reissue on it. So it's on nice heavy vinyl, so I cannot complain. All right, so so here's this really cool poster that we got from Record Fest. I'm sure Sam will show it too, because it's definitely just totally awesome. This guy is a local artist. Sometimes when bands like the Black Angels, Decemberists, and Andrew Bird, things like that, when they come to town, this guy does their artwork. So he also designs. He did it. Was it the Warhol? I had seen this online where he had done a custom pinball machine. So just really, really cool. Mike Budai, is that what do you think that's how you would pronounce that? So, yeah. Mike Budai, I believe, is what his name is. So
I've met him. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
He sets up at all the Pittsburgh art and craft.
Yeah, there's like
conventions.
A thing called the Handmade Arcade that they have here, which is sort of like, artists can kind of take their wares. So I hope I can get this under. Well, what am I talking about? I can do longer than 15 minutes. I don't even know what the heck I'm thinking about. Get a pretty good stack to go through. These are all from the Record Fest. So a lot of cool things. Shared a flask with a British guy that just blew my mind. So what was his name? Brett. Mm-hmm. Brett, definitely a cool guy. We see him at a lot of shows, and it was kind of a neat thing to kind of get to know him a little bit better. Kind of talked about Genesis and all that, and I'm sure some of the people in the VC would have been drooling over some of the bootlegs and stuff like that he had. But really cool stuff. So towards the end of the night, when things were winding down, we just kind of did like an even Steven trade on a couple of records. So. Let me see what I got from him here. Try to do this in as much of an order as I can. I think it was these 3. Actually, I bought some other stuff from him too. Let me just show you all the stuff that I got from him, because there was some good stuff. Okay, so this, of course, is a holy grail for me. So let me get this kind of lined up there for you. Okay, this is Country Joe and the Fish. Electric Music for the Mind and Body, which this was just reissued for Record Store Day. And on Record Store Day, I went to one record store that I had kind of a place that I had been quite a bit, and I knew that they were going to have some really good stuff. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to go here. They had a thing on Facebook where if you kind of signed up, they'd let you get in early. So I was like, hey, what the heck? I'm going to do that. I was like one of the first people in the door, but they did not have this. So this is one of the ones that have been eluding me for quite some time. I'm glad that I found that. Really cool stuff. Flying High is just so good. Not So Sweet Martha Lorraine. Section 43, Super Bird. Bass Strings. Grace, which is about Grace Slick, obviously. Alright, so here's another guilty pleasure of mine. No confetti here, but the Casanets Cats Singing Orchestral Circus. which sort of pop psych bubblegum supergroup, if you will. The 1910 Fruit Gum Company, the Music Explosion, the Ohio Express were the three real bands that were on here, but it also featured Lieutenant Garcia's Magic Music Box, the Terry Nelson Group, the 1989 Musical Marching Zoo, JCW Ratfinks, and the St. Louis Invisible Marching Band. So they were all on this. Sam doesn't seem impressed. but then they show pictures of all. It was just, this stuff is just very, very weird. I just love it. I love the Buddha bubblegum stuff. So you can laugh all you want, but man, I will chewy, chewy, yummy, yummy. I got love in my tummy. Bingo, bingo.
I don't think it's much of a guilty pleasure because, I don't know, you got quite the collection of it.
I do.
A proud pleasure.
This was another one we traded for. Arlo Guthrie running down the road. He was charging $2 for it. Me and him were talking about Triumph motorcycles for a little bit. He's like, so there you go. And I don't want a pickle. I just want to ride on my motorcycle. And I don't want to die. I just want to ride on my motorcycle. Cool. All right. So here's another one. This is really cool. I've been looking for. I saw this and didn't know what it was. Kind of passed up on it a little while ago, and then every once in a while they just kind of come back in your midst. But here's another one. Area code 16, or was 615 actually is what it is. And this is sort of a supergroup of session musicians, Nashville session musicians. I believe 615 is actually the Nashville area code. So that's, there you go. Simple and to the point. But this is just something really cool. I've been looking for this, but just very, very interesting stuff. I think the majority of it, is instrumental, almost 100%, but don't quote me on it. I'll have to listen to it again. So here is Barry McGuire and the Doctor. This is on the Ode label, which was kind of, an A&M sort of kind of a subsidiary thing. I believe Lou Adler owned the Ode records. Ode was, the Carole King Tapestry. I would say it's probably one of the most famous ones that come off of that. So, not really too sure the date on this. I'm going to say probably around 1970 or so. But big fan of Barry McGuire stuff. So, alrighty. I'm going to push the button one more time. Alright, here we go. Hey, look at that. Love Da Capo. So this, oh my god. When I saw this was the only Love album that I did not have on vinyl. Aside from some of Arthur Lee's solo stuff, which is still very rare. Just a little bit of ring wear here on the bottom and then on the top. But, man oh man, what an awesome album. Revelation looks pristine, so I'm sure that only got played one time, but it's all on the one side, so yeah. Sam thought that was funny. So here's another one. Boom, we were just knocking them down all night. Here's Funkadelic. Oh, and I forgot to say, so I broke even. Actually, I was down $20. So all these records that you see that I got from Record Fest, from what I sold and what I made, was $20. So $30 of that we I think was for some brewskis, so we got quite a few of those, but I think that's what I calculated out, so not too bad for what I walked home with. So but this one is really cool. I can't really tell. It's on the Westbound label, but it's definitely a reissue here. It's just totally clean, because it says something on here. It says, want details on all our CDs, LPs, and cassettes, and this is also available on CD here, which in 1971, I mean, I'm not too sure about my history there, but were CDs out in 1971? I don't really think that they were. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe Funkadelic knew something that we didn't know in 1971. So this was really cool. I'm very excited to get this. It's the Ogden's Nutgon Celebrated Flake. Of course, the small faces. This is actually just a picture disc, but hey, very, very cool nonetheless. 12 Smackarooskies for that one. And again, like I said, these were all for 20, so after the night was over. This is really cool. Nico, Desert Shore. This is actually it's a UK pressing of this. Really, really cool. As soon as I pulled out the label, I saw made in the UK on there. So this is just really interesting. Sam wants me to hand it over to her as I do this. I want to say this is from either 70. I want to say maybe like 72, or I'm not too sure offhand, but basically produced by and arranged by John Cale. So there you go. Fantastic stuff. All right, before there was the Presidents of the United States of America, there was the United States of America. So this is a pretty cool album. This is an OG. Spine's a little split, can't complain. Price is right. Had to snag it. So this is another one. It's been reissued on Sundays, but hey.
This is 71.
71. See, I was close. I was pretty close. All right, here's another one that. What did I just show? I just forgot there. Oh, that wasn't a Holy Grail. The Nut Gone Flake was, but you know we can't live in the past. So here's another one. Look at this. Did I really get this album last night? I believe I did. It's kind of like when I sort of dream of getting these records. I don't know if anybody else does that, but I have these dreams where I'm like getting these records, and then I'm like, you know what? I realize that I'm like, wait a second, I'm dreaming. But
you wake up shouting about paper sleeves all the time.
Paper sleeve. Oh, ringware. Ah. So this is the Holy Modal Rounders. The Moray Eels eat the holy. Just love that cover. That is just a psychedelic wonderland right there. So just really some just far out crap on there. So really cool. It's on the Elektra label. And I don't know if I showed that for the. Did I show the other one? Yeah, this is on the gold. So is this. I guess we'll come back to this. I don't know. It was good enough that I kind of have to rub it in, you know, right? Would you agree? There you go. There it is. OG. So, yeah, Sam gave me old woo there. All right, here we go. Here's another one. This is the Archie's Jingle Jangle. That's right. You know me and this stuff. Love it. I love this kind of stuff. There goes my credibility, right? But it's coming back. It's coming back with these last ones. Don't worry. Don't you worry about that. I know this is one Jeff Recordman and I had talked about. We talked about Emmett Rhodes in one video, and we talked about this one, Farewell to Paradise, which is, I believe, Emmett Rhodes' last solo album that he did. I want to say he was looking pretty scruffy there. This is from '73, so Emmett Rhodes was sort of like a one-man Beatles. I will put his stuff up to anything that Paul McCartney did solo, and Emmett Rhodes will win every time. So, okay, and two very nice things here, and I'll save the best for last. I guess this is kind of a holy grail. I'm not going to shoot the confetti on it because I just don't want to bombard you with that. But I got the Bee Gees' first album, and the best part of this one is right here. So this is a mono copy of that. So I took a stereo copy to sell, and I brought it home. So anybody looking to maybe even trade for a stereo copy, just give me a shout, and we will talk. So this one's on the tan and gray Atka Records. And last but not least, you know, sometimes when you're buying records, me personally, when I find some of these records, like I said, I cannot believe that this happens. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you've been looking for these records forever. This year, like I said, as far as with records for me, I've crossed more crap off my Holy Grail list in, you know, the last 14 months than I have, you know, in about 10 years. So, which is very, very bizarre to me. But this was, I found this one, and this is something that not a lot of people are going to find. This is the Funkadelic Maggot Brain. Best part of this is that sucker is an original. So, and this one is not, it's not like the, it's definitely not like the other one. You know, there's not anything on here about, you know, this one is only available on 8-track stereo tapes and cartridges. So, none of the, you know, the future thing. And look at this. It's actually made as a unit pack, which is instead of which is weird because the other one is the gatefold
Huh.
with the the thing goes in here, so that's something where record goes here. So very nice, and that was Record Fest. So like I said, with what I sold, which I don't need 2 copies of insert record here, is kind of how I looked at it, and just to kind of get rid of some of the records. I dropped off a big box today at Goodwill of just stuff that Sam and I kind of made a pact that we just were not going to take dollar records next time. It was going to be just all killer, no filler. So it is what it is. So this has been a fantastic vinyl finds. I don't believe I'm going to be able to do it up for a while. This is one of those ones that that happens every once in a while. And hey, it came right at the end of the relapse. So I'm feeling like I'm right back where I need. How perfect!
Huh?
Yeah, perfect timing. So if you've made all 21 minutes of this, my hat is off to you. I will say one thing is I'm eclipsing 200 subs, so if you've made it this far and you haven't subscribed to me, or you already subscribed to me, thank you guys. And you will be rewarded very soon, because we have a contest coming up where we'll do what we have to do. So give some stuff away, that's what we do. So take care, and definitely look for the Mrs. video. She will be probably showing her finds from earlier, as well as the stuff that she picked up at Record Fest. So little plug there. Not sure what her timetables are, but
Probably tomorrow.
Probably tomorrow.
We'll see.
So she'll tell you. So all right, take care, guys. Have a good night.
Bye.